And according to the government, it could take up to 2 weeks before all the affected sectors are back online. We're talking about that CrowdStrike outage on Friday. Well, to discuss whether compensation is possible, consumer law expert Jeanni Paterson joins us now. Jeanni, good morning to you. Is it possible? Is compensation possible? Because I've heard various views about this.
Not the compensation people are hoping for, I think. People might get their fees waived, but I don't think they're going to get compensation for the loss and the cost to their businesses.
Why is that?
The matter's governed by contract, and contract doesn't guarantee a perfect service. Unfortunately, outages happen, and generally there'll be exclusion clauses in the contract that say there's no liability for outages. What's happened here is unprecedented in terms of its scale, but any of us who've had software as a service know sometimes it goes down and the contract will say no liability.
What's been lost for people who've been affected?
Well, for customers, they haven't been able to access banks and banking services and a variety of services, but for some businesses, they haven't been able to operate. I mean, airlines are a good example. They've got huge delays because they haven't been able to check people in. Supermarkets won't be able to process payments, and I imagine there's a number of smaller businesses just have their operations disrupted. Now, those sort of business interruptions cost money, but that's precisely what won't be covered by the contract. That's the stuff that's not going to be compensatable. Now, often parties in these situations will call on their insurance. A lot of businesses will have cyber insurance. But ironically here, and people have pointed this out, cyber insurance usually covers problems from hacking, where this is just a system failure. So it's not clear that the insurance will cover it either.
What about a crowd class action or lawsuit? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, I'm sure that as the dust settles, we're going to see a lot of thought given to litigation. But again, it really depends on what the cause of the outage is. We don't actually really know that yet. We know that there was a software update and something went wrong. If simply something went wrong, even a class action, even litigation is going to run into the same problem of the contract, which says no liability, we don't guarantee a perfect service, we're not liable for outages. So it's not clear that's going to happen. Now, if there was some catastrophic, grossly negligent failure, and we've all seen the memes of the intern pulling out the right cable or pressing the wrong button, if there was some catastrophic negligence, it's possible that litigation should be brought. But if it was just we didn't update the software properly, that's unfortunate, but it's not necessarily a cause of action. And I'll go back to this, the scale of this is unprecedented, and we've heard lots of experts saying we need to have backup systems, we need to have more diversity in the ecosystem in providing these services, but all of those things aren't necessarily a ground for litigation, unfortunately.
Yeah, super interesting. Thanks so much, Jeanni.